Hello there, my mate Vince here, and in this video today we're going to be trying to fix up a couple of pairs of Sony headphones. Very expensive ones, £250, but highly regarded. They've sold loads of these, but unfortunately there's a problem with some of them. It's actually quite a common problem when you start looking online, and I'll show you what it is later on in the video. But basically it's a really weird one where it makes loud screeching noises. Yes, I know, you'd expect crackling or something, but no. I experienced it when I was showing my mate them, and for me they worked perfectly. I gave them to my friend Dan, he went to put them on. I shouldn't laugh, but basically it went in his ear, and he was like, what the? And then went to take them off again, and it went. He went to put them on again, it made the same screeching, and he was like, what is the matter with these? And I was like, nothing. What is the matter with your ears? And he got worried thinking there was something wrong with his ears. Anyway, passed them over to me, and sure enough, they started screeching in my ear as well. Really weird, because I was using them for hours before that and not a problem. Looking online, people suggest that it is basically sweat or hairs or something that have gotten into the microphone in here, because they're noise cancelling. So we have the speaker in here, but we've also got a microphone. So I think it's going to be quite interesting. So some people try cleaning it with isopropyl alcohol and then it starts working, but then other people say that only works for a few days, weeks or months, and then it comes back again. So what I've done is I've ordered up some little microphones from RS Components in the hope that you never know, they might fix it. And the microphones were only £1.30 each. So I'll tell you more about them in a minute. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to solder in 2 new microphones in here, and I'm going to clean this one here with IPA, and then I want to see whether we have the same sound quality in both of them, because I've heard that if you just put any old microphone in there, then it can actually affect the sound of them, which is weird because it's a microphone, but somehow it must be doing something with the circuit and it must affect the sound. Now I'm not quite sure why you're getting this high-pitched sound. It could be because the same way as if you have 2 phones next to each other on loudspeaker, it's kind of picking up the microphone through one, and then it keeps going round and round, and it just ends up in a high-pitched sound. Other people are saying it's something to do with pressure, and if you have a hair or something on that microphone, then it can affect the pressure. And that might be right, because when you have it off your ears, it's not making the sound, but when you have it on your ears, it is making the sound. So it's all a bit strange. So let me show you the sound that it's making, because I've kind of mimicked it in a way by forcefully putting them against my ear just very lightly to show you the sound that it makes. And then, yeah, we'll get started. And check it out, guys. I have myself a new blue mat, and I treated myself. Man of mats, I've now got a red Weller mat as well. So I've got blue, red and yellow. Will the red give as much hate as the yellow one? We have to find out. I'm not sure what I might go for in this video yet. I'll see what looks nice against the headphones. So let me show you it's screeching. I'm then going to show you the microphones that I've bought, and then we'll start taking these apart and see if we can get them fixed up. Right, check this out. Hopefully you'll be able to hear it. I'm going to go right up to here. Now it's not that loud at the moment. There you go. Now it's doing it. Really weird. Hopefully you can hear that. Right, so I'm looking at RS Components, and there's just so many to choose from. So obviously we do need SMD because this solders straight on, so we don't want through hole. But the problem is, not only do we have a different amount of decibels on them, so for example, these 2 here are the same. It's just that you can buy this in a pack of 2, which is what I want, or you buy this in a tray of 100. So obviously if you were going into business repairing them, you might be happy to buy 100 of them. They're only going to work out to be £1 each. This is excluding VAT. But yeah, it's not too bad, is it? £1.50 each excluding VAT. But look, they're minus 44 decibels, I think. That's what that means. But then these ones are minus 41. Then we have minus 47. And also we have unidirectional and omnidirectional. Now I remember on microphones, when it comes to you know, like YouTube videos, I think omni is where it's in front of, but I don't know what uni, maybe that means all the way around. I don't actually know which ones you would need for these ones here. You know, would you need uni or would you need omni? They're all 6mm, so they all appear to be the same size, but there's so many to choose from. Anyway, let me show you the ones that I've actually bought. I've gone for these ones here that don't say anything about the direction of them. So maybe these are just kind of all round ones. It does say noise cancelling, minus 44 decibels. So let's just do here, specifications. I'll go through here. You can pause it if you're interested. Size-wise, they seem to be the same. And this is the data sheet. I had to end up paying £19 for 6 of them because obviously you have to add VAT and you have to add £6 postage as well, but it should be next day delivery. So if I can get both headsets working, I'll have 2 microphones left over, and also I'll have 2 working headsets, but I'm not so sure if these are going to work. Maybe the Sony ones are incredibly expensive microphones, but saying that, I would doubt they would make their own, so they're still buying them from somewhere, and maybe there's not that many manufacturers of them worldwide, so there is a chance that these might be the same ones. These were from the Amazon job lot, so this isn't me, but obviously when things have wear, you are going to get sweat. Your ears do sweat because it's all enclosed, especially on a hot day. But can you see, we definitely have a discoloration on these bits here, and that's exactly where the microphone is. So let's pop them open. Now, I'm not really a headphone guy, so I hope I'll be able to hear the difference. You need to get something to pry in here and then take the cups out. Well, that came out lovely and easy. That'll give me an opportunity to clean. Look at that there. Let's zoom in a bit. Can you see there? Yeah, so I'm looking forward to cleaning that. And here, look at that. Well, there you go. That's the problem, isn't it? It's going to be dust or dirt or something in here. Yeah. Right, here it is. So let's get some little tweezers. That came off lovely and easy. And this is the microphone here. So obviously this is your driver, this is the speaker thing, but this thing here is the microphone. Right, well, I mean, yeah, they're not the same because this has got a green bottom here, but they might behave the same. Well, we have a little dust cover type thing on there, same as that one there. So I'm going to unsolder this carefully. I don't know, let me zoom in. I don't know if there's a way that I can tell whether it's a negative or positive or whether it actually makes a difference. Well, I presume it doesn't make a difference because it's just vibrations. But that is like demarcated differently, that one. Okay, well, I'll do... Well, do you know what? I'll just do, because the solder is nearer to that side, I'll just do the solder nearest to this side here. Because you can see that this one has the solder nearest this side. So I'll put it on this way round, like that. Let's give it a go. Let's get the soldering iron on the go. Just going to use some blue tack. Stop it from moving around. Well, I've taken a little cover off there. That was a very easy way to take a cover off. Look at that. So maybe it is just dirt and stuff in there. Let's take this off. That'll give you a good opportunity to clean right in there without this on it. Right, so the thick one, the red one, is on the left hand side. Right, okay, there you go. I've zoomed right in now. I don't want to put any flux on. I know I could make those joints nicer with flux, but I don't want any flux to get in these holes, because otherwise that will stop it from working. Now, annoyingly, I've managed to get this blue tack everywhere now, so maybe blue tack was not a good idea. Right, okay, let me just get all this blue tack off. Often, if you have a sticky thing like this or sticky tape, if you actually get the product, like the sticky tape, and just keep doing this, it will remove it all. Right, so let's place that back in here. Up here. Along here. Into its little home here. That looks the same as before. I wonder, is it going to work? And we're going to place this over it. So I presume this is to kind of protect the microphone a little bit. You know, from prodding it when you put your hands in here. Right, okay, let's do the other side. But I think that might be good. So now we have to do the exact same thing on the other side. Take it apart in the same way, unsolder the two wires and put the new microphone in. I do just want to show you in real time, rather than fast forwarded, the dirt coming off the old microphone. It could be the dust from the fibres from the actual dust cover, or I'm wondering if it could be impregnated with sweat and dirt, because it seems to be leaving a lot of residue on the blue tack. Check it out. Yeah, look at the dirt on that. Wow, they're really, really dirty. So that was from that one there. Let's go on to a fresh bit. Maybe it's more dirt related. Maybe it's fluff. Maybe it's not dirt. Maybe it's the fluff from it. So it's a hard one to tell because it's black in colour. It could be dirt, but it also could easily be the fibres from the little dust cover, so I'm not sure. So I need to solder in the new microphone. That's no big deal. That's nice and easy to do. And then I also want to clean the hairs, because there's loads of hairs in here that have worked their way somehow past the ear cushions, you know, like the dust cover on the ear cushions. They've worked their way past there. Now, probably doesn't cause a problem, but maybe if the hair was to go between the microphone and the speaker, could it pick up some kind of weird interference? Because it's just real weird how we've got this like feedback loop type noise. So I need to do that. That takes a while. And also I want to get the 99.9% alcohol, the isopropyl alcohol, and I want to clean not just the black ear cushion dust cover, because that fabric there has a horrible brown stain on, but the actual foam that goes onto, and the foam that goes onto the microphone, that is actually misshapen quite a bit. And then when I put isopropyl alcohol on it, it kind of flattens it out, and also it transfers quite a lot of the dirt onto the tissue. So it must be, the isopropyl alcohol must be cleaning it. If it's going to make a difference, I don't know, but at least it looks nicer if it hasn't got somebody else's dirt on it. So yeah, I'm doing that. Once I've done all that, I need to glue the foam back in. I'm using Bostik for that, which is like a kind of fabric glue. I'm only putting tiny little dots in the corner just to stop it from moving around the place. And once all that is done, we can then hopefully test it. And you never know, fingers crossed, it might work. So I'm going to compare these with the other ones that I haven't touched, and let's see what's happening, because before these were the ones that were really bad, the other ones are just occasionally bad. Right, these are the good ones, and right now they are deafening. Listen to that. That's with, you can't hear it now, I don't think, but when I lift it up like that, you can hear it. That's what I've got in my ear. Oh my word. So these are the OG ones. I didn't want to have to do anything with these because I want to see these are untouched. But for some reason, they're really misbehaving themselves right now. Yeah, and it's all on that side there. Every time I put them on, it's like burp, 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 and then it just goes off on it. Hopefully you heard that. So until these calm themselves down, I won't be able to compare against the ones that I've done the microphone on. Well, now that is disappointing. Yes, the squeal's gone. So if you had to choose between noise cancelling with the squeal or these, then you're going to pick this. But what I would pick all day long is the other ones with just the noise cancelling off. Because even with that squeal, when you turn noise cancelling off, then as far as I can see, it works perfect. I haven't done a huge amount of testing. These were just part of the Amazon job lot. I thought they work fine, but they don't work fine. The only way I can get these with noise cancelling to sound any bit good really is to do the equalizer on vocal. Yeah, vocal or treble boost. If I have it on any of the others, or if I have it off, it's incredibly bassy when you have it up loud, like really bassy, which is weird, isn't it? Also, the noise cancelling just isn't there. It's not the same. It has got noise cancelling because when you cup here, you can definitely then hear the TV and other stuff going on in the room. But when you put the music, if you pause the music, with the other ones, with the squeal, when it's not squealing, when it's not deafening you, then the noise cancelling is phenomenal. As in, you can't really hear what somebody's saying when they're looking at you speaking to you. But with these, you can actually hear what they're saying. So obviously these microphones here are definitely different than the ones that I put in, which is a real shame. But look, I haven't given up yet. What I'm going to do is, just in case it is a polarity thing, I am going to, let me just take that off a second. Just in case it's a polarity thing, I am going to swap the wires around on this one because, I don't know, maybe it is polarity conscious. I don't think it is, but I'm going to swap them around just in case. And then I think I'm going to put the original ones back in. Now, let's give them an IPA bath. There we go. Let's leave them in there for a bit. And let's swap these microphone wires the other way around. So just in case the polarity does make a difference, I'm swapping the wires over in case those microphones do have a positive and a negative. I don't think it's going to make a difference, but it's only going to take 10 minutes to do, and then I don't have to think, what if? I'll know. So that's what I'm doing in this part here, and then I'm going to take them away for another 5 or 10 minutes testing to see if it sounds any better than it did previously. If it does, fantastic. If it doesn't, at least I know it's the microphones to blame and not the polarity. No, unfortunately, they are definitely not the same, so I would not recommend getting those microphones. What it sounds like to me is that there's not a huge amount of difference between ambient sound off and noise cancelling on. So normally with these, you have noise cancelling on and you can't hear very little of the outside world. Then you have ambient sound on and you can hear lots of the outside world. Then you have ambient sound off and they sound like just old-fashioned headphones where there's no such thing as noise cancelling or ambient sound. They just sound like your ears are slightly muffled because you're wearing something over them. So when I put noise cancelling on, it's only slightly better than ambient sound off. And that's not how it should be. So I am going to solder back in the original microphones. And I am going to, hopefully they've had enough of a soak in there now. Just turn them upside down. I'm going to clean these things as well because it might be all dirt related. Doubt it though. If you know what microphones they are, please put it down in the comments below. Or if you've tried ones and you know, if you're honestly happy with them, then definitely put it down in the comments because think about the thousands of these worldwide and they're expensive products. So think about how much money you're going to save people. Because even the proper Sony microphones, if they don't make them themselves, I'm sure they're only going to cost a few pounds. I'm curious, is this dye coming out of here or what? Is this some sort of sweat dirt stuff coming out? Look at it, it's black. Probably got some sort of dye. So hopefully these original Sony microphones are nice and clean now. I'm going to solder them back in and then we will test it again. Hopefully it will be back to normal and fingers crossed the screech will have gone. Testing. Right, okay, yeah, much better now with the original microphones in. And I've got the equalizer off, and if I put the volume right the way up, it still sounds good. And there's a definite difference between having the ambient sound off and noise cancelling on. You can hear, you can speak to yourself, and then all of a sudden you'll barely hear yourself. So yeah, right, okay. Well, at this moment in time, they appear to be working. But unfortunately, I don't think it's going to last very long. I think they need new microphones. Right, I am going to clean the other ones because the other ones right at this moment in time are kind of unusable for some reason today. So it's strange how it just varies from day to day. Right, I'm going to whiz through them now and I'm going to time how long it takes to do. So I won't rush like crazy, but there's no point in doing any talking because you've already seen me clean the other ones. My mate Vince video without talking, come on. So again, all I'm doing is cleaning with isopropyl alcohol 99.9%. I'm doing this in situ though, so I'm not unsoldering the wires, so this should really be doable by pretty much anybody with some basic tools. I've taken the little dust covers off the microphones and I'm washing them, and also I'm dunking the microphones themselves. I'm cleaning all the hair out. There's loads of hair on this pair here. Every time I looked, most of the time was spent cleaning hair out more than anything else. I am using sharp tweezers, but I'm being very, very careful not to pierce anything. And then what I need to do is I need to obviously put the dust covers back onto the microphone to stop them getting damaged in the future. And the bit I like best is cleaning the foam with IPA, because not only does it seem to flatten it out a little bit, but it's lovely seeing the dirt transfer on to the tissue paper that I'm using here, so that's quite therapeutic, and cleaning the ear cushions as well, and then popping them all back together. So let's see how long it took. Like everything in life, it always takes much longer than you think. Right, there we go, they are back together. Now that took a lot longer than I thought it would do. It actually took 23 minutes. So yeah, but if it helps it out, it helps it out. Right, I am just going to play around with these now and these, listen to some music and see if that screeching noise comes back. Right, I'm listening right now. I can't even hear that. I can feel the wind, but I can't hear it. Isn't that amazing? Peace and quiet. Right, I've had them on for quite a long time, both of them, and I've been doing a little bit of work around the house, and I can feel my ears getting very hot in here, so I think it probably is sweat related. But they are both working perfectly. But how long they're going to work for, a day, a week, a month, a year, I really don't know. If it's dirt related, then possibly they might be fixed until sweat builds up in there again. But if it's corrosion in the microphones, then it's not going to be fixed. It's a shame, because if we knew what microphones to put in them, it would be a fix that's quite simple to do, and it would only cost a few pounds. Someone out there knows what microphones these are. Please, please, please put it down in the comments. Better still, if you have an RS code or a CPC code, Farnell's code, DigiKey code, something like that, then you see you'll save loads of these from being left in drawers and possibly even being thrown into landfill. So yeah, think about how many worldwide this has happened to. So if we can find a solution for it, then it's going to make a lot of people very happy. Okay, so about a week later now, I'm listening right now, and listen, no screeching whatsoever at all. It doesn't matter what I do to them, I cannot get any screech out. And I mean, you heard the screeching earlier on in the video, so they both appear to be working completely correctly. So now I'm wondering if a proper IPA clean will actually sort it out, because this was the pair that was really bad, and it left a load of black marks on the tissue paper when I put the dust covers on with the IPA. Yet when I use this one here, it left very little marks. So if it was purely dye and fabric, would it not be the same on this one? Maybe not if this one's been impregnated with more sweat, maybe it's broken down more, but I'm now thinking it's related to dirt and sweat and stuff on the actual microphone. And what's interesting is this one was the one with loads of hair inside. So could it be that if hair is kind of caught between the microphone and the driver and it's picking up slight vibrations or something, it's acting strange? To me it's all very odd, because I can't quite understand why you've got some weird feedback loop going on when it's just a speaker and a microphone. I really don't know, but I reckon there'll be quite a few people down in the comment section that will know what that screeching is. So please put all the info you can in the comment section below, and then we'll all understand more about this strange issue. Like I said earlier in the video, if you know the proper microphone, then please put that down, because maybe the IPA fix is going to only work for a few more days before it fails. But at this moment in time, fingers crossed, they both are working perfectly, and I have tried them every single day, both pairs, and I cannot get them to screech whatsoever. So maybe a full-on IPA bath, not a little brush down, but a full-on take the cover off, dunking them and cleaning out everything from the inside, the hair, the foam and the ear cushion things, you know, this part here. Maybe that is what it needs. So yeah, I'm going to take the video as a success right now, but I might be crying in a week's time when the screech comes back and I've lost my hearing. If you enjoyed the video, give it a massive thumbs up, and I will see you all very soon. Thank you so much for watching.